I just love knows best here. I'm going to talk about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart debacle, or outrage, if you want to call it outrage. You know what I think? I think it's a bunch of crap. I'm not a big Kevin Hart fan. Don't get me wrong, but that's not the point. It goes back in my other video when I talk about daily politics, where people were digging up nonsense out of the clear blue sky because they disagree or they think it's a joke. They knew it was a joke from the very beginning. Is the man homophobic? I don't think so. It didn't come off to me as homophobic, but he made a joke. A freaking joke. Most straight people make gay jokes. I don't freaking. You think you're so freaking sensitive you can't handle a freaking joke? You need to go sit yourself in the corner somewhere. Because, man, bro, this is what number when you're young and your parents freaking coddled you stage of freaking life and never let you be. Oh my goodness. Someone said my homie son and they to go to them to therapy and go see a counselor. Goodness. We raised a bunch of soft, incompetent people who can get upset and throw a hissy fit because somebody made a joke about being gay or whatever. People make jokes about everybody. It's jokes. Nobody's off the table when it comes to jokes. Everybody's been made fun of. Straight people have been made fun of. I've seen them going to get outraged because somebody made a joke about straight people. But shut up. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people get outraged. You're going to give yourselves a freaking heart attack. That's why I got high blood pressure already. Just going around looking at find something you can get outraged over. These people, they have nothing to do with the freaking life except for go find something to get outraged over. You see, literally, I heard a black woman literally say, I wake up one morning and I'm gonna waiting to see what would offend me next. You choose to get offended. There is, no matter is, you have to make an active choice to be offended. People need to stop caring about offending people because people are always going to get offended. People are going to always choose to be offended. Stop holding the line for immature babies. I'm going to go out on that. It's called infantile disorder. They freaking act like children. They supposed to be grown ass people acting like infants who can't handle a joke. They start tearing up and throwing a tantrum because somebody made a joke about gay people, or we joke about transgenders, or made a joke about something. People can't even make jokes. Comedians gonna be born as crap, bland. Have to go to bland comedy and be sorry. You know, to make somebody laugh. So they don't offend the person in the far right corner of the room. Went to go counseling because somebody made a gay joke. I said my worst fear is my son being gay. That's technically was a joke. I don't think don't get me wrong, my family was pretty homophobic. Trust me, they still are. They're not openly homophobic. They gave me a hard time because they thought I was on the when a play called me playing with dolls one day because with my cousins back when I was young. See, because back then we lived in the country and all we had was girls to play with, so with playing with my younger cousins, yeah, it was a doll, and she's like, "What do you do? You ain't gay." I said, "Oh my goodness, how else am I going to play with my separately?" But anyway, I think this straight up garbage. I think people should be offended by this nonsense. People going through people's lives, they got to pretty much scrub their past out of existence in order to get a life. Literally, people will try to use something in your past to keep you from living a prosperous life because their life sucks. That's why I would never want to be in it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. The heart, the headache. Somebody digging up something I said. The whole gets me. Oh, you not woke enough. Oh my goodness, shut the front freaking door. You're not racist enough for this establishment. You're not fake racist enough to be in this establishment. They go from one form of racism to another form of racism. But no matter, you're still being racist. Technically speaking, my goodness, hate is hate no matter what it's coming from. Discrimination is discrimination no matter what it's coming from. It's not diversity if you kick out all the men and put women in it. First of all, it's not diversity. That's called sexism. That's a form of hate. It's just, all of it is people listening to people are crybabies who make fake claims that women are being mistreated somehow. To anecdotal evidence which can be easily argued to be not exactly accurate. Listen to teachers who make you learn stuff from other sources than actual factual valid sources. Yeah, we know the liberal teachers who are over and around making the kid telling them they can't learn from the government, who actually spend their time building statistics for a living and focus on people who obviously have a really strong bias on these situations. Some of them are freaking sexist, hiding behind the cause. Sexist women hiding behind feminism for the sole purpose of making men's lives miserable because they had a miserable life. Calling fake rape on people, hindering people who have really been raped, and is for the sake of bringing down some fake patriarchy that doesn't really exist. I think the idea of believe all women has always existed. It existed in racist time when people were believing all women when they were killing black people for fake rape accusations. It was men who gave women their rights to begin with, because they cry about misogyny and toxic masculinity, trying to demasculine men for no freaking reason other than the fact that they hate men in general. They want to disregard men's problems and uphold their own problems because they're more important. Egotistical people is pretty much what they are. We're all human beings. We all got problems. Nobody's problem more worse than the other person's problem. Everybody's cold life. Everybody has a problem. Let us make life easier. Stop disregarding men for your own sexist ideology. if you want to end all this hate, you need to stop hating yourself. You can get rid of hate altogether. Everybody stop hating one another. Everybody stop freaking coming up with new ways to garnish hate while justifying their own. I mean, that is the only way people are going to be free from hate, is to stop trying to justify their own hate and start living the standards they want other people to live. Double standards did die as well. I'm talking about that. I hate double standards. You're the worst when it comes to double standards. The worst when it comes to double standards. Certain words can't be said by certain people, but can't be said by others. It didn't need excuse. The target is lame, retarded. Sorry, let me not use that word. It's not supposed to be used for lame, stupid, immature argument is, oh, they just want to be able to use it too. No, nobody should be able to use it. Period. End of discussion. Nobody should be able to use it, but I keep hearing we use it all the freaking time. The argument is that you shouldn't be using it, period, if you want to get offended so badly. Get offended by people wearing braids, get offended by people wearing things you think are part of your culture, and they let you know they existed before you even had it. Okay. Oh, braids were existing in Egyptian times. The Egyptians had it first. So you're going to give your braids to the Egyptians. I mean, people, it gets them nerves. It's just frustrating. Frustrating as all get out. People have a right to wear what they like to wear. If somebody likes what you're wearing, or you are called culture, then maybe they should see it as a freaking honor and not an offense. Problem is, people tend to first think negatively about somebody first, and then, oh my goodness, he's trying to mock me. No, baby, he just likes what you're wearing. And wants to wear it himself. Maybe that's an idea. You dumb. You shouldn't do this because it might offend someone. You shouldn't do that because it might offend someone. You're gonna always have something to offend someone. The Bible's offensive by itself. Truth is offensive. People don't like the truth. The fact of the matter is, they don't like to accept the truth. They call some truth to hate. It's uncomfortable. I'm done. People don't like the truth. It goes on both sides. People worship politics over common sense. It's ridiculous. We have these problems. What I'm going to talk about in this video, it's not going to be mainly titled. It's going to be, I'm going to call this Social Project Politics. I might as well put it out there. You read a tale of election, you had a tale of two races. Technically, I wouldn't call them a racist. I mean, the matter is, it's weird. Before I'm talking about the Charleston, it's weird. They call it a white nationalist party, but they care about this one person who was killed in it. But if it's a white nationalist party, and you just call it a white nationalist party, why should you care about the person who died? She's a white nationalist, right? You said it's a white rally, a white nationalist rally. She might be a white nationalist. Oh, she's not. So there weren't just white nationalists were there. Wow, amazing. He called you out on a lie. She was a bystander. She wasn't at the rally. Really? So the argument's going to be like, oh, she wasn't at the rally. She was just so innocent. She was just standing there during the rally at the time. It shouldn't happen to anybody. Getting run over by a car. He's this ass clown. Probably should get death penalty. I don't know what he got. Running your car into a crowd of people. I don't think any of it would have happened if freaking the counter protesters hadn't showed up in the first place and made it. Who knows what could have, would have, should have, and would have happened. All we know is what happened. We know that if the counter Antifa didn't show up, it wouldn't have got. I haven't heard of a rally, and I'm giving credit to this man that has ever been super violent until somebody lit a match. People don't want to give blame where it's supposed to be. All of them. Counter protesters. Now you know that you should have known about your hate groups in the same area. Yeah, they get rowdy. It's just dumb. It's really, really dumb. Everything dumb. I'm not even sure it was really a hate rally. The media called it that because it's convenient. I'm not, just because there was a few Confederate flags in the freaking crowd, they called it a white nationalist rally. I have to look it up. What was actually called? There's lots of people there. Other people there. Lots of other people who weren't part of the Ku Klux Klan. We tallied up how many people are in a hate group. The Ku Klux Klan is not that big of a group anymore. It's a shame they have to be freaking attaching themselves to every other thing. Just say, we don't want you here. They should tell them that, but they don't. Say, we don't want your kind here. What the right should do is like ban all hate groups from any of their gatherings, because the fact of the matter is they only do is taint the waters. Because you know the media see even one of them, they go to call the whole thing a freaking white nationalist rally. It's all they need to do is see one Confederate flag and they're gonna call it a white nationalist party. It's that simple. They're not the freaking bias effect. All they need. I don't understand the concept of flying the Confederate flag in the first place. You live in America. If you're supposed to be an American citizen, why are you flying the Confederate flag? That flag should have died when the South lost. It should have died when the South lost. They lost. The South no longer exists other than by name. The South shouldn't even have a name. It just says, yeah, you are North Carolina. You just happen to be in the South regions of America. The fact that the South wants to hang on to such old things, played out things, only gives credit to people who claim that you hate people. Okay, stop trying to hold on to these Confederate flags. I know you should have a right to fly whatever you want to fly. It is a free country. But the fact of the matter is, why do you want to fly the Confederate flag? A dead flag that's been dead for centuries. It ended in 1861. It should have no longer been flown. I never understood this when I was young. Why they still flying the Confederate flag around as though it's a symbol of honor in the South. And you wouldn't know why people think the South still racist. Like, you think the Confederate flag is racist. Like, where they flying the Confederate flag in the slave yards. Yeah, because the Klan they usually flew the Confederate flag. Most of the time, they also burn crosses. So they also burn crosses in people's yards. So should we like no longer wear crosses because it's also racist? Let me speak on the religious side of things. Just because the Ku Klux Klan had crosses don't mean God was backing them. Let me say that right now. I don't care what these people with cheeks over their head say. They can spout God all they want to, but God don't back hate. Okay, He don't back anyone who hates. He don't hate. He don't hate, and He does it when His people hate. So if these people hate, they don't. Don't make me start quoting scriptures up here. The Bible says in 1 John chapter 1, the very first chapter, it says this: if you hate your brother, God is not with you. But you are not in the light, and you are still in darkness, and the Father is not with you. So technically speaking, with that being said, just because they go around talking about these hillbilly hicks talking about they go to church and talk and all this nonsense talking about God. You don't know that the Bible says about hate, and God, you all know that God don't honor people who hate. So let's stop assuming Christians hate, because they're not really Christians to begin with if they hate. So let me put that out there. If they can't call themselves Christians, don't call them Christians. They're not Christians, they're fakes. They are fakes. They are not real Christians. If they are freaking hating people for any particular reason. Let's talk about the word hate. There's a difference between a disagreement of opinion and actual hate. The matter is, somebody can disagree with what you do but not hate you. The Bible says to love the sinner, but hate the sin. That is possible. Did it? He had to do it on the cross. These people, you see, they like to put up these pictures of people protesting, these anti-abortionists or the anti-gay protesters. He's talking about some God hates gays, which that's a big fat lie. I always think when I see this sign, always angers me when I see that, because one, God don't hate gay people. Number two, He don't not like what they do. He don't not hate them. Not despite what the LGBT community might say it. Call them homophobic if they want to, just what they know. They will definitely do that. Because he don't accept them completely. Okay, that's their goal, to be special interest goal. If you can't have no middle ground. It don't matter what they believe. It don't matter what they say. In the end of the day, it don't matter what one person says. The thing is, they're trying to get ready to bend the knee to accepting their life's complete acceptance. I got this to say about that. It don't matter. It doesn't matter whether I say it's okay or don't say it okay. It doesn't matter. It's the person next to me. They can get 200,000 people around the world. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I think people who are secure in what they believe don't need to find justification in people. If they are secure in their thinking process about what they are, and they think it's okay, why do they need other people to justify it for them? This is not the entire community in whole, because that would be outrageous. But it isn't. I'm going to tell you that people will say, it's not everybody in the LGBT community who thinks this radical, outlandish. That's why there's a divide even in their own community. There's a freaking divide. Even in their community, there's some gays, lesbian, trans who really don't agree with the idea of total authoritarianism when it comes to their lifestyle. That's technically what it is. It's total authoritarianism. It's the forcing your beliefs on other people to accept your beliefs as okay, even though it's not going to do any much good. It doesn't matter what laws you pass to get people to accept your lifestyle. They're not going to if they don't agree. Persecuting them only makes them more resolved in doing the exact opposite of what you want them to do. So technically speaking, really chill out. Okay? They don't give a life. That's not gonna keep them from getting a life just because you get people to convince people not to hire them. They're gonna find a job somewhere. They're gonna find something. Not going to give them something, but with or without you, you can't control everything. Even if you think you can, you can't. With that being said, what would someone and finally, for my opinion, let me tell you something. I never really cared too much for the guy. I just think people are too insane. They hate this dude. They hate this dude so much they want to throw him in jail. That's just ridiculous. The man didn't. Nobody hated this man until he ran for president. Nobody hated this man until this man ran for president. Democrats are good at making people hate people. They are the masters of hate. Dude, they made the Ku Klux Klan. Dude, they are masters at keeping people while being self-righteous about it. While being self-righteous about it. They got a bunch of self-righteous people who hate on Trump. Look at all he's done. He done this, that, and the other. He thrown people in cages and whatnot. Obama threw people in cages first. Let's get that out the way. But nobody's making a big deal about that. But they say, he was nice about it. Oh, right. So it's only okay if you're nice about throwing people in jail, in cages. Oh, my bad. I think we need to tell Trump that he needs to be more nice when he throws them in cages. More compassion. He was more compassion. He didn't do it as often, but he did throw them in cages. Goodness. You shouldn't throw anybody in cages. You throw prisoners in cages all the daggone time. You throw people in jail for breaking the law in cages all the freaking time. You got people in cages now. It's called the prison system. What are you talking about? The juvenile hall is full of technically a cage for children who mess up in life. They just don't have it held against them for all eternity. But trust me, the left will find a way to hold something against somebody who's been in juvie for some reason. They may not be able to. Trust me, if they find out you do when you were like 12, and they were something against women, you definitely they're gonna come back to haunt you. They're good for digging up things out the grave. See, and they complain about separating children from families from children. They do this when with most parents in the country today, when parents break the law and they get the kids taken away from them. So that family separation. You get these fake menaces. You can't. I'm all for compassion, but you gotta satisfy the law first. Find a middle ground somewhere. The matter is, You can't have compassion and ignore the law. That is my main point of contention. There are borders for a reason. You have to satisfy the law first, then you can show compassion. There's lots of people waiting in line at the proper entrances, waiting for better life. There's lots of people who want better lives, waiting in line at the right point of entry. Why is it so hard to ask to walk through the right points of entry? Is it because Donald Trump is the one asking it? If Hillary Clinton were to ask them to do the exact same thing, you would be lining up and saying, yeah, they need to do the exact same thing. But because it's Donald Trump saying it, no, it's wrong. It's a great injustice. This is what I'm talking about with talking about self-righteous bigots. Okay, self-righteous. They think themselves good. The fact of the matter is, they're not good. They don't do nothing. They haven't done good. It's good. Let me tell you, they haven't done a good, legitimately good thing in a while that wasn't contaminated by self-indulgence. You tell people they need to be more responsible with their bodies. They tell you you're sexist, but they tell you to stop committing crime. They tell you you're racist. But the matter is, they tell you that affirmative action, you can survive without affirmative action. They call you a racist if they tell you anything. It's always brought back to some type of race, identity politics. You hating something, not liking something. It can't be I want a different path. I'm walking a different path which you're walking, but I want the same results. I'm trying to go for the same results with a different way of doing it. A different way of doing it. Not necessarily the way you want to go, the route you want to go, but I want to go this route. But you saying it's like going on a road trip. You're two separate cars, and you tell, I know a better way to get to our destination. The other said, no, I want to go this way. If you go that way, you're not with us. You hate us because we're going a different route that goes the same direction. That will inevitably get you the same spot. Martin Luther King had this problem in his time. He had the same problem. People called him a coon. Malcolm X called him a coon. A shout out for wanting peace and not doing it the violent way. We're having the same problem today, except for a bunch of spoiled kids who questionable things and conflating everything with it. Is there bad cops out there? There are definitely bad cops out there. But the matter is, are they all corrupt? No. We are doing the good with the bad. And say they're all bad, well, that's not fair. These people act as if police are robots and don't make mistakes. Now, some of these police officers don't need to be police officers, but then police is the good ones protect. Let me tell you something. You don't know how the police work. Unless you've been a police officer, you don't know how it works. And if you've been a police officer, you can't make an argument about how the should and should not operate. It does not operate like like it does in society, where you can just up and turn on your brother on a whim. And you got somewhere to go for safety if he decides to retaliate. You can't run to your home and you're holding your wall to run away from the retaliation from you snitching on your brother. In the police force, you don't got that kind of right. If you go and snitch and nothing really exactly happens to him, trust me, believe there's going to be a retaliation and you might end up dead. I've heard stories when I was taking American criminal justice of something that similar instances happening. A good officer decided to speak up for something that he thought was wrong, and they set him up to get killed. You got to. These people have an obligation to protect each other, even if they think that one of them is a lazy douchebag or is a douchebag. Period. It's not technically out of their hands. Most of the people you see who are corrupt, who do corrupt things, are probably high ups who have a little bit of power over the person who's trying to do the right thing. Very rarely is it that the good guy got power and can keep. If it's the good person in power, then more than likely there's nothing bad gonna happen. Okay, the guy's not going to let him do anything corrupt. Okay, if he happens to be one. Let me just say this: if you find yourself in a situation where the cop may or may not be up and up, do whatever he says. Period. Don't fight him. Don't argue with him. Just do it. Because if he is corrupt, he's probably going to shoot you or beat you up, and you're going to be on news. The news loves this story, though. They love to vilify the cops any chance they get, especially the leftists love vilifying cops. But that's beside the point. There are cops that need to be vilified, and there are cops that don't. When's the last time you heard a good cop doing something good and it being on the news? Very rarely. Maybe once in a while. But the most time you hear is on today's news in Prince George County, some cop beat up this dude who happened to be black. They always go for the ones minorities. They always go for them. So there's no white people who ever get beat up by cops. But it gives the illusion that the white people get beat up by cops. That's the thing. If it don't end up in the news, then it doesn't happen. But that's the idea of basically how it goes. Some people, if it don't see it on the news on a frequent basis, it don't happen that often. Just because you don't see it on the news don't mean it don't happen a lot. Police brutality happens to everybody just about. I mean, it's all about power. It's really to corrupt police. It's all about power, not about who they're abusing. It just so happens that they always, it's usually who they always around the most. Even if they were around white people most, then they were abusing white people. It's not gonna get on the news. You wanna know why it's not gonna get on the news? Because that would go against the narrative. So they go for the place where the corrupt cops are more likely to be around black folks, or Hispanics, or somebody of color. Those are the ones that get national news. That's the idea they want to portray a fiction. Now, police brutality shouldn't happen. But who are we kidding? If we live in America, we live in the earth, we live in broken society. We live with broken human beings that do broken things, evils, and whatnot. But I think I'm running this a little too long. So we'll end this here. Till next time. I usually do random topics. Try to stay on topic, unfortunately I can't. That's where the ADD comes in. But anyway, till next time, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Leave comments. Constructive criticism, not I think your stuff sucks comments. I know if I don't get that. But constructive criticism, please. I shouldn't have to tell people that.